And if you're listening and you're thinking, that sounds great, but I don't have a niche, I have a story for you.
The niche story, go for it.
It's such a polarizing word, right? Like niche. I don't know how to choose a niche. Well, I mean, there's no right or wrong to any, this is right. But for me, like we don't choose, or we don't find a niche, I should say. We choose one. It's an active decision, right? And you can change it later, but it's an active choice. But we don't choose one just by like, I'm sitting in bed in the morning. Oh, I'm going to choose. Like, no, it has to be based on data, based on decisions. And how do we get this data is by talking to people, right? And I think this is a big challenge that a lot of people have apprehensions about going out into the world and just talking to like 10, 20, 100 people, writing down the answers, and then looking at the information and making an informed choice decision about what I've found.
It's very basic market research, right? You're
It's not
trying to
rocket
identify.
science.
Yeah. It's just you're trying to identify a problem that needs to be solved. That's
And
it.
I spent last week in the Dominican Republic sitting on a beach drinking 19 piña coladas every day.
Okay.
And every day I saw a guy, presumably a Dominican guy, walking around the beach with two birds and a monkey on his shoulder. And you know what he did to every tourist on the beach? You can guess.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he was, offering he wasn't doing any monkey business, I can tell you that.
Oh, there it is.
No,
Yeah.
he
Was
came
he
up
hitting
and
on
he
birds or
he
what?
said, "Do you want to take a picture with the monkey? Do you want to take a picture with the birds? $1." And every day I watched him go to 19, 20, 50 people on the beach. 48 of them said no. But every day he got two people to take a picture of him and his birds, or put the birds on them, right? And I sat there and I watched this guy and I was thinking, you know what he's doing? He's prospecting.
Exactly.
Literally in the real world, like we do this online, or if you have an online business, you do this through Instagram or whatever. But literally, it's if you ask enough people, someone's going to say yes. And he knows 48 out of 50 people are going to ignore him and say no. But if you ask enough people, two are going to say yes. And every day I watched him walk around and ask everyone, no, 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 no. But then I'd come back from the bar with my next pina colada, and someone's over there with their camera, and he's making his dollar. So it's not rocket science. It's just hustle.
It is a little bit of hustle, yeah.
It's hustle.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's word of mouth there. Someone posts a picture. Where did you get that done? Oh, I got this done on this beach. There's this great guy. His name is Rocco.
Yeah.
Check him out when you're at San Juan Beach next time, right? Yeah. And then who knows? Then next week it's 46, or he gets a little bit more. He gets 4, he gets 5, he gets 10 of them.
He's showing
Right.
up. He's showing up
showing
every
up.
day.
Showing up.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask him, but I bet if I had, I would ask him the very first day you did this, how did you feel? He probably would have said, I was really nervous. I wasn't sure. And now he just does it every day and doesn't even think about it. And it's normal. Just like, when we teach classes now, I probably don't get too nervous anymore. I know when I first started teaching, I got really nervous when I walked into the classroom, and now I don't think about it anymore. When we normalize something, it just becomes, it's a thing that we do.
And probably he only started with one bird, and then he added a second one. And then people are like, do you have a
Yes.
monkey? And then he probably added a monkey. So he was basically validating the idea through testing, seeking feedback from these potential customers, which is basically what you're doing with your teaching business, basically, right?
And he probably, I mean, we're making assumptions now, but like maybe his goal was, I want to make $2 a day. And he figured out that at first he only asked 25 people to take a picture, and only one person said yes. So he only made 50% of his revenue goals, right? And then he figured out, okay, well, I need to talk to 50 people in order for 2 people to say yes. So these are like data-driven decisions that we all make in developing that entrepreneur hat version of those 3 ors or ers of a successful teacherpreneur.
Do you think that when he started this monkey business or bird business, Do you think that when he started that he was comparing himself to other people who were also selling things on the beach? Because that's something that I hear a lot of teachers say to
Mm.
me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't get people to take pictures. Leo has a monkey too. Leo has birds. I
Yeah.
can't do
Leo
that.
does it better than I ever
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think competition is also another, perhaps another obstacle that prevents a lot of teachers from starting their own teaching business. Oh, but so many people are already teaching exam preparation. Oh, but so many people are already talking about this. I'm like, I know, but you can still find a way to do this your way.
Not
And
to
I
be
think
that guy,
yeah,
but if you think that's true for you, you haven't niched down far enough.
yeah,
What do you mean by that, Andrew?
yeah.
Because if you niche down far enough, you eliminate competition. There is no as if you go to a certain segment of the market, you're literally the only person there or very few people that are there.
Mm,
And if you stay a generalist or you stay, I don't want to niche down because I'll lose clients, that's actually backwards.
mhm.
Because
Yeah,
then literally every other
I see.
teacher is your competition. And then you have nothing to say when
exactly.
people say, well, this teacher only charges this much. And what are you going to say? Because you're offering exactly the same thing. But if
Yeah.
you niche down far enough, you eliminate competition. You become more attractive to a very specific segment. And guess what happens to your rates? They go up because you're
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
person in town that can do this.
And I think we talked about this, Mike, in one of our recent presentations, how humans are highly mimetic creatures. We're constantly copying what everybody else is doing, including our desires. And what happens to a lot of teachers is that they very often get trapped in the wrong game because you're competing. And as what you said, Andrew, the best way to escape competition is to just be authentic to yourself.